one of the best marketing tools that you can do that I always tell people is just simply focus on getting your clients results. Help them get the thing that they came to you for and that they actually achieve. Getting those results are paramount, and it's not enough to simply know the steps somebody needs to take in order to do it. You also need to know the mindset shifts that they need to make and the identity that they need to adopt so that that result almost becomes, inevitable by virtue of that identity. Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, and I'm really happy that I, got my start in life coaching even before I transitioned into business coaching, because there's a lot of the tools that I use from life coaching that help me get my clients results even in business. And so I thought that would be, a good topic for today's video. In fact, my #1 secret for actually getting my coaching clients results, and you are more than welcome to steal this secret because it really works when you think about it. And so a mistake that I see a lot of coaches make when they are creating their coaching programs is that they are focused strictly on the point A to point B, or the steps in between. I call this the methodology. So there's all this focus on, okay, this is the method that you need to take based on my experience, based on my expertise, my knowledge, etc. We're gonna move you through this process, and as long as you do X, Y, and Z, check the boxes, etc., then voila, the client should get the results. Life is grand, you'll have a testimonial, you can use that to get more clients, and then everything will be fantastic. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work as cut and dry that way because people are missing out on this secret. And so the secret is you need to shift the mindset before you share the methods. And this is something that I do in almost every program that I have. And in fact, in order to shift that mindset, what this really boils down to is helping people adopt the identity of the person who can do the steps. And so if you're in any type of coaching program, then this should be somewhat familiar to you, but I find that people do not do this kind of like groundwork first before they start throwing different ABC steps on people, right? So, especially in the arena of health and fitness, or even relationships, maybe you have a marriage couple that you're coaching them through and helping them find their ideal, marriage and marital bliss, or in business coaching and finances, etc. We like to think that it's just simply someone doesn't have the information, and that if we just give them the information, then they can sustain the transformation. But usually that's not how it works. You're not going to get the result until you have the transformation first, and the transformation happens in the mindset, and the transformation happens in the identity. So if you want to help your clients actually get results, the first thing you need to ask yourself as the coach who is going to be coaching them is, what kind of person gets these results by default? What type of identity is it where these results come naturally? For instance, I could, try to coach somebody on, having 6-pack abs, and you need to do 100 sit-ups. I don't know if that actually works, by the way. I'm not a fitness instructor, but just for the sake of the example, maybe you can coach somebody on, okay, this is what I need you to do. Here's your workout plan. Here's your diet plan. This is gonna help you have 6-pack abs. I would say, what is an identity that they can take on that they will then receive that result almost incidentally by virtue of that identity? Maybe, and I'm just making this up, maybe they can become a champion Muay Thai fighter, or a Tour de France cycler, or some other elite athlete. That's essentially the identity that they would need to take on. An elite athlete who uses their body as an instrument in order to perform a particular function. Every area of that body is going to be optimized for those results. And so, bigger biceps or 6-pack abs or whatever then come as a result of that, but it's not the initial focus. You need to do the same thing with your coaching program. Think about what is it, the results ultimately that you are helping people provide, and then ask yourself, what kind of identity would someone need to take on for those results to be almost just a incidental requirement? Like, of course, these results are gonna come, by way of this program, because really I'm teaching you the type of person that you need to be before I am teaching you what you need to do. So that's my little secret for helping people actually get results. It's really shifting the mindset and then shifting the identity, because if the person doesn't believe that they're actually the person that gets these results, you are gonna be super frustrated because you are gonna to be coaching them, you're going to be telling them what they need to do, and they're going to nod their head and say, yes, yes, yes. And the coaching sessions are going to feel super good about it. And then when you hang up the phone or you get off that Zoom call, they're going to go home and completely sabotage everything that you said that you were going to help them do. And so I find that this is really a troubling cycle that a lot of coaches get in, because results are really paramount in this industry, especially with so many coaches coming online and sharing their wisdom and their expertise. People are more interested in coaching than ever before, but they're also more skeptical than ever before, and they want to know that you can actually get results. And part of how they judge whether or not you can actually get them results is not just by the results that you've gotten for yourself, but the results that you have gotten others. So one of the best marketing tools that you can do, that I always tell people, is just simply focus on getting your clients results. Help them get the thing that they came to you for and that they actually achieved. And you'll find that that word of mouth will pick up so strongly that you won't even need to market as hard as you market in the beginning when you are just trying to get those initial clients. However, again, getting those results are paramount, and it's not enough to simply know the steps somebody needs to take in order to do it. You also need to know the mindset shifts that they need to make and the identity that they need to adopt, so that that result almost becomes, inevitable by virtue of that identity. So hopefully this was helpful to you. If you're like, ooh, I really struggle with this, I really invite you to sign up or at least apply to my program, the Next Big Name Bootcamp. Again, it is a comprehensive A to Z how to build a coaching business program, and we go really in depth in understanding a lot of these core concepts and what it takes to really be a leader in your field and truly be the next big name in your business. So if that's of interest to you, you can click the link below to learn more about it, and you can certainly apply. And if we feel like you are someone that we can actually help, then my enrollment coordinator will reach out and schedule a call, and then we'll get you all set up, and then you'll be off to the races. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you can't wait for my next video, make sure you are following me on my podcast, the Courtney Sanders Show, on both Spotify and iTunes. And if you can't wait for my next podcast episode or my next YouTube video, make sure you are following me on Instagram, CourtneyLSanders on Instagram. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.